Hey everybody, welcome to problem 11-1. This is the B version. Your homework has the A version, but other than that, they should be very close. This is Venice Corporation was organized on January 1st, 2014. It is authorized to issue 10,000 shares, 8% $100 par value preferred stock, and 500,000 shares of no par common stock with a stated value of $1 per share. The following stock transactions were completed during the first year. There's a list of all the transactions. Instructions: journalize the transaction, post stockholders' equity accounts using T accounts, and prepare the paid-in capital section of the stockholders' equity account, or the paid-in capital section of the stockholders' equity section of the balance sheet is what that is. All right, so number one, January 10th, it looks like they issued 40,000 shares of common stock for cash of $3.60 per share. So go ahead and put the date. And then our cash will be increasing. That's what happens when we issue stock. And that will be 40,000 shares times $3.60 per share. And then our common stock account will increase by the number of shares times the stated value of $1 per share. And the rest will be paid in capital in excess of stated value. And that's for the common stock. That's so long, why don't we will wrap the text to make this work a little better. So why didn't it wrap? I don't know. Not a wrapper. All right. And that is going to equal the number of shares, 40,000, times $2.60 per share. It was $3.60 total, and we did $1 as the common stock, and now we're doing an additional $2.60 for the paid-in capital in excess because we sold the shares for $3.60. So that's what our first one will look like. March 1st, issued 5,000 shares of preferred stock for cash of $102 per share. So again, our cash will go up. How much? 5,000 shares times $102 per share, or $510,000. Preferred stock account will go up by 5,000 shares times the par value of $100 per share, and then the paid-in capital of par value, and this is for the preferred stock. And that will equal number of shares, 5,000, times the $2 per share over and above the par value. I'm not sure what's wrong with this one. That's better. That'd be on the common stock. Okay, on May 1st, issued 90,000 shares of common stock at $4 per share. So again, the cash will go up, number of shares times the price per share. Common stock account will go up, which will be the number of shares times the stated value per share. In fact, we're going to change the wording here to stated. And then we'll have a paid-in capital in excess of the stated value of the common stock, which will equal the number of shares times the amount over and above the stated value. So if they issued it for 4, stated value was 1, that would be $3 over and above, or in excess of. September 1st, they like to do things on the 1st. This company issued 10,000 shares of common stock for cash of $4.40 per share. Cash times the amount per share. Common stock account will go up by the number of shares times the par value of $1. And then paid in capital in excess of the stated value. Sorry, not par value, this is stated value. Equals the number of shares times the amount that was over and above the stated value. And on November 1st, issued 4,000 shares of preferred stock at $103 per share. The cash will go up. Number of shares times 103. Preferred stock. Number of shares times the par value. And that will equal number of shares times the amount over and above the par, which is $3 per share. So that's part 1. We have all our transactions journalized. Part 2 is post to the stockholders' equity accounts using T accounts. I'm just going to expand this to make it a little bit easier to see. This will just make it a little easier for us to follow everything. All right, so we're going to need to do a T account for cash. Actually, does it just want us to do, I guess I should have read it before I left. Post to the stockholders' equity accounts. We don't need to worry about cash. So we'll need to do the common stock account. And we'll need to do the paid in capital in excess of stated value for the common stock. I know that's huge. We'll also need to do the preferred stock and the paid in capital in excess of par value on the preferred stock. There we go. Those are gargantuan account names. All right, so now we have to do a T account. All right, sorry about all that. All right, so common stock account was credited 40,000. Paid in capital of excess in excess of stated value on the common stock was credited 104,000. Then we have the preferred stock credited 500,000. The paid in capital in excess 10,000. It's possible in Wiley Plus it'll want you to put dates on these lines. Common stock 90,000. The paid in capital in excess 270. And then preferred stock. Oh wait, nope. September 1st was another common stock transaction. 10,000. 34,000. And then preferred stock 400 and 12,000. Now we'll find a balance of the account. So that's the balance at 12/31. All right, and then the last thing it wanted us to do was to prepare the paid-in capital section of the stockholders' equity section of the balance sheet. So we should be able to do that. Let's see, we'll just do it right here. Venice Corporation. Partial balance sheet. December 31st, 2014. So this is the stockholders' equity section. And this is the paid-in capital section. We have capital stock. And we should have the 8%. $100 par. Sometimes they'll have additional information like number of shares authorized. I'm just going to leave it like this. So then we just go up here and we look. We have $90,000 in that account. I'm sorry, 900,000. And I'm getting these just from our T accounts. Then we'll have our common stock. And that account has a balance of 140,000. So our total capital stock is 1,040,000. And we'll have additional paid-in capital. And that will include paid-in capital, in excess par on the preferred stock. And that account was $22,000. And then we'll have the paid-in capital in excess of stated value. That's on the common. And the balance of that account is $408,000. So our total additional our total paid-in capital will be $1,470,000, and that is all three of the parts of the problem. It'll be a little different for you because you'll be looking at it on Wiley Plus instead of on an Excel spreadsheet, but there's the concepts. Good luck. Let me know if I can help more.